Hello, hello, hello everybody, this is Misfit from the cOOp guys. We are on the Feed the Beast server and this is episode 12, I believe. We're doing some upgrades today. Specifically we're going to do some upgrades on this reactor again. It's not entirely how I want it, so a couple of things are going to change with it. Hopefully we'll get them all resolved today, but possibly not all of them. But basically there was a device which I never knew of, which is a thermal generator, which is apparently an upgraded version of the geothermal generator. I didn't even know this existed until a short while ago, and I wish I had, because this thing is a bit better than the geothermal generator. It's not, I mean, the geothermal generator on its own, when fueled with lava, produces 20 EU, and then the geothermal produces 24. Not much of an increase. We do have 25 of them down there. Oh, wrong button. Let's just go down and have a little look. So we've got 25 geothermal generators here. So all in all, that produces 500. If we replace them with geothermals, it would make it 600. But it's not entirely what I want to upgrade them for, even though the additional power would be quite beneficial. The reason why I want to switch to these thermal generators is that they actually use less lava to produce more EU. So one bucket of lava in one of these geothermals will make 20,000 EU. Whereas one bucket of lava in a thermal generator produces 30,000. So that will actually save us on fuel by 50%, even though we've got a ton of netherite fuel right now, and even more still in the nether. This will save us on a lot of fuel. So I am going to rip out these geothermal generators. Just make sure I am on lossless mode. I am indeed. And we're going to rip all these out, and hopefully I'm not going to lose any like I did last time I did this, because I don't know what happened. I just spammed the trigger and then geothermal generators were flying everywhere and I lost some. I'm going to rip out this glass fiber because I may have mentioned this before and I don't know why it was doing it, but when I redid this power system and I put in the blast furnaces and the industrial electrolyzers, even though like all four of the blast furnaces were on, not all of these generators switched on to power them. And I don't know why that was. Like, the first 3 rows were fine, the back 3 didn't do anything. So when I put these generators in, hopefully those will actually do the job I want them to do. We're actually losing a ton of lava by ripping these out, but meh, it's fine. We can make more. See, did one of them just disappear? I think I may have just lost one. Oh, let's see, we should have 25. Yeah, I think we lost one. We lost one. No idea where it went. Fantastic. I'm going to have to make another one then. Well, that's great. I'm always hearing bats down here. I don't know why. I know there's a cave system over there, but it sounds like it's coming from inside the tank. Which is impossible because nothing can be in the tank. Geothermal didn't jump up here or something, did it? No. Alright, well, I'm going to have to make another geothermal generator. When I do that, I'll be right back. Okay, we got our replacement generator, so we're up to 25 now. I hope I have enough aluminium for this, but Project Halo should take care of it. So the way you make a a thermal generator, not a geothermal generator, but a thermal generator, you can use Invar ingots. But, let's see, Invar blend comes up with nothing. Invar dust, which is a combination of iron dust and ferrous dust, or nickel dust. But we all have a lot of nickel, and I'm saving that for something else anyway. So I'm going to use a ton of this aluminium, which we have. So shove all that up there. 2 electronic circuits, piece of reinforced glass, and our generator. We should have enough to make 25. 25. There we go. Alright, let's go down and hook these up. And let's hope that they work as advertised. I doubt they're going to be generating power right now because nothing upstairs is using power. We're getting some lava through these tubes, but I'm going to address them pretty soon anyway. And we got our jet back on already. Now, hopefully, these will just plug straight into these pipes. So, boom. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it does say that these things are an upgraded version of the geothermal generator, and naturally, for everything in this mod pack that seems to be the upgraded version of something, it happens to be GregTech. Naturally. So wow, those things are really sucking out the lava. It's alright, we've got plenty in the tank. The tank was actually full. So, and it's storing a lot. Well, at least we can actually read how many is in it this time. So let's. I am short one cable now. I don't know how that happened. Alright, but we're doing it in a square setup because I know the square setup worked with the geothermal generators. I was trying something different before. So let's just hook all these up. I may have to go grab another cable. Go. We do have a fair amount of diamonds now. Although TMH doesn't quite understand rare resources. Ah, oh, damn, we're one short. Alright, let's just borrow it from here. Because I want these things to fill up before they start generating. I wonder how much they can hold, actually. Oh yeah, something else I want to do at some point is get rid of these redstone engines, replace them with something else. Why is that there? Why are you there? Oh, right. Because we had geotherms there before. Let's just rip these out. So yeah, something I've been looking into. We are currently using the Minecraft pack version 6. We held off on the update to version 7 because there was an ID mismatch problem. And that was about almost a month ago, and we haven't changed anything since. We haven't switched the version again since. So I've been trying to find out whether or not it's safe to upgrade to version 7 now if they changed it, because I think there was a problem with forestry and extra bees. Also, version 8 was just released, and I was asking people about that on the forums, and they were saying that version 8 has so many more problems than version 7. No idea what they are right now. Oh, what was that up here for? Glass fiber. Yeah, there's a spare piece in there. Oh, there's so much junk in here. I thought this was supposed to be organized, but it's not. Yeah, so version 8 has its own problems, although it does say that it's in internal testing. So let's see. How full are these? Alright, so the max is 10,000, and it looks like the Westwood engines are having trouble filling these things. That's okay, that's fine. Because I doubt they'll use them faster than the other ones did. Poof. I don't think that's going to be generating anything. Now here's the test. That will produce a max of 600. Those MFSUs give out a maximum of 512. So now, technically, we're going to be generating more than this thing can output, which is fine, really. I don't mind that. I may at one point change this, because right now I've got its own power supply for the blast furnace, own power supply for the electrolyzer. This one is for upstairs. I've still to tidy this wiring and hide it all away. I may at some point increase this, put 4 or 5 MFSUs there, just to increase the whole thing. But yeah, so that should be that upgrade done. Oh yeah, something I should point out. I'm trying using these glass blocks as opposed to these ones. These are hardened glass, I believe. And I was just cooking up another batch. No, hardened. Let's look up hard and see what comes up. Nope, shards. Raw hardener, refined hardener. What is all this stuff? Oh well. Hardened glass. You make that with 1 piece of lead and 2 pieces of pulverized obsidian. I was just going to be making some more because I needed some of the hardened glass for the... What was it for? Was it the thermal generators? I don't know if it was the thermal generators. Let's have a look. I needed it for something. That was reinforced glass. I did need... Ah, that was it. These things here. I need a hardened glass for them. I'll get to them in a moment. I'm just gonna... Yeah, this place still needs a roof. How much obsidian we still got left to go? Ah, fair amount. Nah, we'll come back to that in a minute. There was something else I wanted to do. We can seal this back up now, I think. Which is... Right now, the mechanical machines upstairs are being powered with these lava tubes, and I'm going to have to go up there and shut that off. In fact, this will be a good demo of the problem we have right now. All of these mechanical machines have a magmatic engine and a lever, or whatever. But if the machine isn't doing anything, the magmatic engines will just keep going and keep going and keep going, and then it will just freeze shut like that, which is annoying to say the least. So I want to set up a more stable system, and I was thinking about having electrical engines to these, but you still have to turn them on or off, unless you use gates made with an assembly table. We don't have them right now. But I was thinking of something else. I did want to have a whole bunch of engines down here, and it just transmitted the power up using gold conductive pipes. But there is a problem with them as well, which I discovered with the quarry. If you have a whole bunch of engines up, let's say... No, I don't have any blocks on me. There we go. Let's say those are your 4 engines, and we've got power pipes here going to all your devices. Now, as long as the devices are running, this thing will produce the power and send them to the devices. But the devices are off. These things won't turn off, and it will still put power into the pipes, and eventually some of the pipes will explode, which is even worse than the situation we have right now. So even though there's no power beat required, it will still try and generate power, and it gets stored up in the pipes and they'll explode. There is an alternative which I want to use, which is the redstone energy conduits. And as far as I can tell, they work like conductive pipes, except they also work like cables. This is one of the things that Industrial Craft has over Buildcraft in a way, in that you could have a whole bunch of power generation, but it won't actually send the power out unless it's being used. So if these machines are off, no power is being sent out. So it's not a constant drain, unless you don't have quite enough power and these things are running, but that's a different story. So these conduits are brilliant like that. They will only send power to where it's needed, and the rest of it we can store in these redstone energy cells, which I've just made. So what I wanted is to have a little machine room, a big pump, which will and we'll replace these lava tubes with energy conduits. Might be a bit tricky with that, but I'll get around it. And just have the lava feed directly to the power room. I'm still going to use magmatic engines, but I'm not going to need as many. I'll just rip the ones out from there. So I'm just going to cut out a room here, and we'll see what we come up with. Just testing out the new power system. This MFSU is not draining power. Neither are these MFEs. I've got, I did have all 4 of those industrial electrolyzers running, and these weren't all on at the same time, and the reading here was about 400, but it kept on changing, but it was keeping up, so that's better than the old generators were, so that's good. And what did we put in here? Sphalerite dust? I got some sulfur and zinc, that's alright. Okay. So I've cut out, oh, a bit of lag, don't know what's going on there. Cut out a room here, still not sure on the layout, but I want this lava tube here to go over. In fact, I might grab one from the bottom as well, not sure. You know what, one tube is good enough, it seems to work for those machines up there, so that's fine. So we'll pull this tube and we'll put it over here, and then bring it up. We'll probably have the magmatic engines down there. I'm not sure how many I need. 6 should do, I think. Which is fine. I might just plug them all in, who knows. So we'll have 3 engines probably recessed into the ground down there. Probably put my power thing on now. Of course, as I say that, I drop in a hole. Just thinking about the layout here, I haven't quite decided on it. So 3 engines with conduits. I do need to have one bit of space from the conduits, so I'm going to move them back. Because I also want to be able to see them. So we'll have the engines down the bottom. Hang on, I need to think about this. Okay, I thought about it, and I hollowed out a bit more space and put in our redstone cells. So first thing we're going to do is place our conduits. Nope, that accessed it. So there's our conduit, and we're going to have 3 here, like that. And I haven't grabbed all the engines yet, but I'm just going to use these 3 just for demonstration purposes. Going to put those 3 engines there. Well, I might put them at the back, it might look better at the back. And put lava tubes here, although I may. Something else I've noticed as well is, well, something I've discovered. Not used them yet, but liquid ducts. So they are tubes specifically for lava, or some for lava, for liquid, and they also need hardened glass. So I may play around with them and see if they work a lot better than these Buildcraft tubes. So we're going to need 2 more there, and importantly, we're going to need to wrench this. So you can tell what way the power is going in these conduits by there's kind of an arrow here. So right now the power is being sent to the engines, whereas we use a wrench, it'll take it out of the engine, and I don't think there's any other setting apart from in and out, so we'll just change it like that. And we couldn't just put this one, we couldn't bring this one down. I have to have this extra piece of conduit here because if the cell was there, then it would be drawing power out of this Well, it just wouldn't work. Just trust me on that. And then we're going to want the conduits running down this way and this way. So that is our point of intersection right there. And I can't mark it. Nice. I'll just do that then. So we're going to want our conduit coming out there. I'll put it in the ceiling at some point, but I'll just put some conduit there right now. Go into the ceiling. I'll probably connect them up. Oh, and now we want it to set them so out. Oh, I was shifting. There we go. So the way these things work, the energy cells, if you don't know, they work kind of like a bat box or an MFSU, but for Buildcraft power. So the engines, when they're running, will output their power through the conduits into these energy cells. And the energy cell will store them up to a maximum of 600,000, which is a lot for machines. And one thing you can do is you can control the input and the output. I don't know why you would want to control the input, maybe to stop overloads or something if you're using conductive pipe. You can also turn these cells on and off pretty easily, but we don't think we need that high an output. I think we'll put it down to 20 for each of them, and that'll give us a maximum of 40, I think. There we go. Which is more than enough for these machines, so they'll last forever. So where do I want this coming out from? Right here. Just chisel this out. Probably one lower, I think. Perfect height, look at that. Let's get rid of that colour. Oh, let's bring these round. Pop that there. Put that there. I'll need to fill that up again with something. I'll do it in a minute. So just move these round. And boom. There. Now we should get some lava going into the engines, which turn on automatically. And it's sending power out. Why is it sending power out? Is there a machine on? Oh, wait a minute. I think I know why that's sending power out. Some of these machines do not have... Wait, it's not connected to anything yet. Why is it sending power out? Oh no, it's storing it now. That was not doing anything because it's not hooked up. But there we go. That's storing power. So now I just need to pretty this room up a bit, and I need to connect it to the machines up here, which may be a problem for this one because it's got an there's an igneous extruder and an aqueous accumulator there. I may end up just ripping them out. I'm not sure at the moment. But we need the power going into that carpenter. So I'm gonna get to work and start gussying this place up a bit. Okay, haven't printed it up yet, but I do have all the engines here, and the 2 redstone energy cells are charging. This one's about halfway. This one is only a little bit, but that's because I screwed something up a minute ago, but it's not that big of a deal. But I do have all these mechanical machines are currently hooked up. I did rip out the igneous extruder and the aqueous accumulator. I'll put them back again later. I'm actually going to be doing something a bit interesting with these induction smelters. But I'm just going to test it out by... Where's my pulverized obsidian? Alright, I've got 4 stacks. That's enough for... Did I pick them all up? I did. So get 2 of these in, and we'll do that and that. We're just going to make some more hardened glass. And where's the other lead? There we go. And they are fully charged on power. And I'm just going to go down and make sure that nothing's actually blowing up on these things. Yep, they are sending out power. In fact, one is sending out power, the other one's not doing anything, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Also, one last little benefit about these cells. It takes forever to break these conduits and the cells with a pick or whatever, but they don't break apart like industrial craft machines. Unless you have this crescent hammer, and then they break really easily. And when I say break, I mean they just like, they drop and you can pick it up. It's not like breaking apart. Makes more sense, Misfit, come on. But if you do break one of those with a pick or a drill or whatever, then it will drop as the energy cell, but it won't have any power stored in it, or any of the settings, like these sort of settings, it won't have them. But if you use a crescent hammer, shift right click, you can pick it up, you can move it, and you can, as you can see, it's still got its power, and then plop it down, and it'll even still have the settings as well. So this also works as a portable power source, which is good if you wanna remove an area really quickly, like for excavating. All you need is a filler and one of them fully charged, and it will take care of a massive area for you. But yeah, so this is preliminary. I'm gonna work on moving some things around, putting that corner up. I may even do this wall, who knows. I may shock you by doing this wall finally. This area still isn't finished, and I need to tidy them up a bit, but now that I've got these conduits in, which is what I was waiting for, I can now just tidy this up and put in a false ceiling, which is what I was planning to do. I've got these covers here. What I was going to do was just, once I had all the wiring in place and the cabling and stuff, I was just going to plant a whole bunch of covers in and give this place a false ceiling. Now, will that go over there, though? Will it go over this thing? Yep. This will hit the ceiling, but that's fine. Perfectly fine. I don't want to lower this floor again. Alright, so I think I've used up all the time in this episode, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye now. Oh, one more thing I should say about this. There is one downside to having magmatic engines, or even just any kind of engine powering these things, is that if this thing gets full, the one thing I have noticed before is that these engines won't stop. They'll just keep pumping power into this thing, but the pipes won't explode because they're not taking any power out of it. So these things will store up power and then shut off like they did before, which is a bit annoying, but I do have a solution for it. Hopefully you'll be able to see that in the next episode, so please stay tuned.